what you are going to teach us today?
Let's not talk about teaching. It's just some sharing of thoughts.
Sharing, not
Yeah,
teaching.
sharing of thoughts. Well, if you have been practicing or learning Buddhism, you must have known that you ought to have known that Buddhism is something that is about how to live your life. It's daily life wisdom, and it teach you how to live through this difficult world and go through all those sufferings and hardship and sort of those. And you have to learn to let go. You have to learn to appreciate. You have to learn to have hope. You have to learn to be compassionate and be empathetic. So basically, these are what Buddhism is about, and it's basically that's what all other religions are about. So we have said many times that all religions are somehow equal and similar. So, but at the same time, we have a lot of Buddhists and we have a lot of Christians. We have a lot of Muslims that have become too obsessed with some of their beliefs. Yeah, beliefs, but not Buddhism. Beliefs such as Buddhists must be vegetarian. Beliefs that Buddhists must not swear, you must not drink alcohol, you must not smoke, and they must not blah 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 blah. A lot of rules and a lot of restrictions. Um, to summarize these rules in one word, they are bullshit. Uh,
I can.
yeah, if believe me, if after we die, if we have a chance to see Shakyamuni, I'm quite sure that he will be so frustrated about how people have distorted his teaching, because he achieved Buddhahood. He achieved awakening by meditating, and he became aware of the wisdom of the logic of our world and our life and of the universe. Um, if we practice Buddhism to the main focus is to learn how to go through all our sufferings. Why would being vegetarian or not swearing or not drinking or not smoking be relevant in any extent? Um, People think we have a lot of Buddhists that think they are very religious and a very loyal and a very good Buddhist practitioner, and they kept telling the others that a good Buddhist should not do that, should not do this, should not do that, and yes, we have rules. We do have rules, but those rules are to be frank, quite similar to our usual moral standards. So, actually, not to be obsessed with female. We are not saying that you should not have a girlfriend or have a wife at all. We just tell you not to mess with others' wife. But some Buddhists would take it to the extent that you should not even think about women. That's ridiculous, right? And if we have watched our previous videos, one of our episodes we talk about Buddhists being vegetarian, and Shakyamuni never said that people must be vegetarian in order to achieve Buddhahood. These are caused by Chinese history.
Creativity history again.
Yeah, we have an emperor in the past, thousands years, more than 1,000 years ago. He was a very loyal Buddhist, and he built a lot of temples. He built a lot of monastery, and he was so obsessed with making all of the entire Chinese empire become Buddhist, and he gave an order that people should be vegetarian and they should not eat meat, and that became part of the history, and that also became part of the tradition, and people now think that this was invented by Shakyamuni. So very innocent. I mean Shakyamuni, not the emperor. Right. So yeah. So we are born to be to be attracted to the other sex. We are born to be able to eat veggies and also meat. So this is human nature. This is natural biology and science. And if I don't think the universe would process us to make us into such a creature, and at the same time we have to be vegetarian or not have sex in order to achieve Buddhahood. That would be simply illogical. So so that's basically the case. If you hear a lot, if you hear the others who's claim to be a true Buddhist, who tells you not to swear, not to do this, not to do that, then you can be assured that he is not, and he is not practicing Buddhism well. Um, you should always bear in mind that Buddhism is wisdom to live your life. So you don't have to restrict yourself so much or to follow so many rules and restrictions uh, in order to achieve Buddhahood or in order to comply with Shakyamuni's teaching.
What if a person challenged you that you are not a good Buddhist? What would you say?
It's okay. It's okay. You can practice your own way, or we can practice our own way. If you don't like my way, then you continue your practice, and I'll see you in Buddha's land.
Do you believe so?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Yeah, if I can't achieve Buddhahood in this life, then see you next life. Yeah, it will. If we have a chance to be challenged by someone else, you must be somewhat linked or related to him in your past life. Otherwise, he would not appear in this life and come to challenge you. So, if you cannot achieve Buddhahood this life, so then you can be quite sure that you will see him next life again.
Okay.
Right. So yeah. So if you feel that if you have hesitation about becoming a Buddhist or practicing Buddhism because you fear that you will not be able to follow so many rules and restrictions, then I can tell you that is definitely not the case. You can still live your own life. You can still drink. You can still smoke. You can still have meat. You can still go to Outback, and you still can become achieve Buddhahood because, but provided that you remember that you don't uh, be too obsessed with the three poisons of human life. If you remember what Buddhism teaches us is that we have to let go, and we have to get rid of the three poisons in human life. That is greed, hatred, and obsession. Uh, if you are too obsessed with rules and restriction and whatever that is called, that is already an obsession, and there is no way we can achieve Buddhahood if we just take those rules as unchallengeable and as God's words. So we are meant to go through a lot of things in this life. So the more you go through, the more you encounter, then the more you become aware or understand how your life should be, and that is exactly why we have to practice in this life as a human being. Because as a human being, you have the chance to get through so many sufferings, hardships, sadness, hatred, something like that. Those are all chances for you to really understand uh, what human's life is really about. And if you can pass that examination, then we'll see you in Buddha's land. Right. So okay. So just take it easy, and it's really not that difficult. You see a lot of true Buddhists that is completely normal and completely successful, and probably you will see a lot of Buddhists in Lan Kwai Fong either. So don't worry.
Okay.
Okay. So see you next time.
See ya.